Oh, I think it's recording again. There's like no indication of when it starts. Hey guys, Zaramus555 here. It's coming to you with a deck profile of YCS Philly. Pretty interesting event actually. I mean, a lot of people went into this, or watching it. Excuse me, or following it, I should say, expecting that one or two decks were really going to dominate, and in a sense they did. There were 10 Geargia and I think 8 artifact trap tricks or hand tricks, whatever that stupid deck is, that were in the top 32. But yeah, Geargia ended up dominating, which was crazy. I don't like that deck. Like, after building it myself and playing it, I really don't think it's that good. Although I think they were pretty much all just pure Geargia. I don't think there was any Geargia Karakuri, I guess because that version is just inconsistent, and it kind of loses out to Evil Swarm. I mean, it's ultimately the same thing as Pure. In Pure you have room for more traps and whatnot. I think they run Soul Charge and stuff too. But yeah, no, it's pretty interesting. Anyways, one of the decks that actually did the best in Swiss was INZEKTORS, and this is the build here. I don't really like the build, but then I don't really like any of the builds in the game right now. I feel like everything's just like, basically throw in whatever deck engine you like and just add in like Mathematicians and Soul Charge or whatever, and just fill up your graveyard as quickly as possible, get to Soul Charge and make a big board and then hold it. And I feel like that's what the game is right now, and unfortunately it's a little disappointing because that's kind of like that's not what Yu-Gi-Oh is about really. But I mean, regardless, I think this build's pretty solid. There's things in it I really like. There's some things that I don't like. I don't like he's running 41 cards right off the bat. I think that's really bizarre. I probably would have dropped out the Card Trooper or the Armageddon Knight. I probably would have dropped the Armageddon Knight, honestly, because like, at least if you draw a Trooper, yeah, you mill 3, might mill like some of your spells and traps, which you don't want to do, but at least it has consistency with the rank 3s, one of the reasons the Mathematician is so good. Anyways, let's quickly go through the deck. So there's one Dark Arm Dragon. There's 3 INZEKTOR Centipede. We have 3 Ladybug, 1 Dragonfly. The reason that the card's not popping up here is because I'm doing a screen filming thing. 1 Hornet and 1 Gigamantis. He wasn't running Hopper. If you watch his video explaining it, he says it's slow and it doesn't really add anything to the deck. I do agree, and I kind of disagree at the same time. I've never been a huge fan of Hopper. Excuse me, but I feel like you kind of need it there just for another INZEKTOR, but if you open it by itself, it's kind of crap. And it was really only good against Fire Fist because it would like get over Bear or Crash if need be. 1 Armageddon Knight, I really don't like this because Mathematician. I don't think you need this card. I think he should have just cut it to make the deck 40 cards, and he would have had a higher chance of drawing his stuff faster. Like 41 is just really random. The 1 Card Trooper is kind of interesting. I always like Card Trooper in this deck, but at the same time I hate it because sometimes you just like, you get these awful mills where you're like mill triple Centipede and you're like, okay, well there goes my whole deck. Or you're going to go and just mill a bunch of like good spells and traps. You don't really have like 4 targets in the deck for Card Trooper, so I don't really think this is necessary either. I think you could have dropped this for something else, possibly a 3rd MST. 3 Mathematician. This card's amazing in the deck. Basically what you do is you just like summon it, you can dump Ladybug, or you can dump Hornet, and then if it dies you get to draw a card by battle. And it's also level 3, so if it stays on the board and you get to summon like Centipede or something next turn, you can always just like pop a card and then overlay for Leviathan, or any of your many rank 3s that you run in here. He was running 2 Maxis. That's just a meta call, I guess, because everyone's playing Soul Charge and trying to spam right now, so I think Maxi is a good call. I still like Valor this format. I think Valor is really, really good. I don't think it's a great card, but I just run triple Phoenix Chain. I love Phoenix Chain. I know everyone's like afraid of Artifacts right now, but not everybody's playing that deck, and I really don't think Artifacts is the best deck either. I still think that, Geargia is definitely up there. Dragons and Mermail are really the top competitors. I think it was just there's so many people playing that hand trap tricks artifact deck that it just obviously had a lot of tops. On his spells, we have 3 Duality he played, and 3 Soul Charge. These just add consistency, gets to your stuff faster. You want to get to Centipede Ladybug as soon as possible, kind of gets the combos rolling. And Soul Charge obviously is just GG in this deck. You just special a bunch of stuff. If you bring Dragonfly back just by itself, like Call of Dragonfly by itself is insane, but like Soul Charge Dragonfly and bring back like a Centipede and a Ladybug or something as well, or even a Mathematician is just nuts. So many combos you can do. You just like popping cards. This is basically like with this deck is essentially you can go like +5 or 6 off this thing. You know, an advantage wise off your opponent, not just board presence, but advantage just with popping stuff with Hornet. A lot of people say this deck loses out to DD Crow. I don't completely agree either. I think that like with DD Crow, especially the Mathematician, now you have more level 3s, so you can do more combos. But if they banish this, you still got your Ladybugs. You're fine. And then once again, you know, you can always just Levier it back. And most people are only like siding 2 DD Crows or maining. I saw Chris LeBlanc, who ended up winning the event, running just 1. 2 lands and 2 MST. I don't like 2 MST. I think you need to play 3. I get it's not super good against artifacts, and I get the Fire Fist aren't really a thing anymore, even though Boojins are still playing tanky and Constellars and stuff are still kind of a deck. I do like the Lances. I've always kind of liked Lance in this deck because you want to get that normal summon through no matter what. So that's very, very important. Just 1 sword. I get that because he's playing the soul charges. I think I'll show you guys my Inzektor build later. It's quite a bit different. It's kind of old-fashioned, but I don't have any soul charges though, but I get how he's just running 1 sword because you really only need it just to go off with the 3 soul charge. 1 foolish, 1 book, and 1 hole. Hole is very, very underrated this format because people are making these big boards and then you can just dark hole and make it come back. It's a good card. 3 Call the Haunted. I think that's a staple in Inzektors. I was playing 2 for a long time and I hate dead drawing them early game, but I feel like it's kind of a necessary evil. Because you don't run a lot of Inzektors. Like the amount that we got to run really got hit, so I think this kind of counts as 3 more monsters. 2 Phoenix Chain, 2 Aboku. This card's better than Threatening Roar. 1 Bottomless Trapple, 1 Torrential Tribute, and 1 Solemn Warning. So once again, I think his build was pretty solid. I think he should have just dropped out the Armageddon Knight though and just like left it at 40 cards. That would have been the right thing to do. Reason he runs Waboku over Threatening Roar is because you can set your Inzektor and then they go to attack. You flip out Waboku, your monster flips up, doesn't die, you don't take any battle damage obviously. Even if they had like a piercing, you don't take any battle damage. And the next turn you have like a card to equip Hornet to and then get a pop and search and then you haven't even normal summoned yet. So it's quite good. So on the extra deck we have Gaia Dragon. 1 Tiras. For some reason this is actually working. Weird. Oh, there we go. It's just kind of going laggy. 1 Tiras, 1 Volcasaurus, 1 Exostag, 1 Honor Arc, 1 Exciton Knight. I don't agree with that. I hate this card. 1 Dweller, 1 Acid Golem. That's a good card. 2 Leviathan Dragons. I guess he had lots of times where he made 2, so I guess that's pretty good. Alucard, Engineer, Levier, which is a staple, Zenmains, and then Gotchi for your only rank 2 in case you need to overlay 2 Ladybugs for some reason. So that's the deck, guys. I think he did a really good job. He went, I think he went like 10. Well, he went X 1 draw and no losses, so that's pretty freaking good. But overall, I think his build's really solid. It's once again too bad he didn't get farther in the sealed. But I still think that event is kind of unfair, but I guess this is how it is. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Peace.